And action.
Hey everyone, what's up? So today I thought it'd be fun to talk about my vision board and my 2021 goals. So I will say this is the first time I have ever made a vision board or really been specific and really planning on taking my goals seriously this year. I think every year I just kind of am like, new year. But I'm really going to try this year to give it my all. So without further ado, I think the best way to do this is first show the vision board, then talk about my goals, go from there. So let's get into it. So here is my 2021 vision board. Like I said, this is the first time I ever have made one, but it was a lot of fun, and I think I'll take you guys in a little closer to show you all of it. So like I said, I think the best way to do this is probably then talk about my goals. So I have to figure out how I want to film this. So this is over my desk. And if you just see the different images and things, there's me and my dog Elvis, super cute, super fun. There's Grease, a little smiley face my sister said is creepy. And all of that goodness. This is probably the best angle I can get by myself in a tripod from Amazon. But nonetheless, first off, I would like to wish you and your family a happy new year, happy 2021. Congratulations on getting through 2020. It was a rough year for everyone, I think. If you were affected by COVID-19 in any way, shape, or form, whether that be health, you lost your job, things like that, I am honestly so sorry. Thank you to all of our essential workers who have been putting in their energy, hours, love, and care into all of the human population internationally. I think 2020 was a really tough year for everyone pretty much cumulatively, but that's not to say good things didn't come from it. In 2020, I earned my bachelor's degree in a dual major of finance and marketing. I really came to accept myself, my body completely where I am. I may be honestly at the heaviest weight I've ever been at, but I also love the person I see in the mirror, and I've never been able to say that honestly. So it's been a tough year. I mean, I think from after like the months end of May, mid-August, I just stayed in bed that entire period, applying to jobs, trying to move forward, and just feeling stagnant and useless honestly. But like I said, good and bad, we move forward. So about this is actually the first time I've ever made a vision board. I was gonna film like me making it and everything. These are corkboard stick-ons, kind of like command hooks that I found on Amazon. But then the one night I just kind of was in the mood to do it, honestly just was listening to Taylor Swift, Folklore, and Evermore, and just went at it. So it was nice. I just took some time for myself and thought about what I want from this year, what I want in later years, what I want to give this year, and things like that. So I really like it. I mean, this is the first year I've really tried focusing, manifesting, and my efforts into things. We'll see how it goes. I have my goals written down here in my notebook, and so I figured let's get right into it. So my first one is receive my MBA, and I have a concentration in marketing. Right now I am an MBA student. I am on track to finish that summer of 2021. Have a full-time job offer by July 4th, 2021. Now this one might waver a little bit because I'm honestly not sure exactly like what classes they're offering over the summer or things like that, or like what day I'll completely end, especially with my grad assistantship. But putting not stamps, like time limits if you will, is supposedly helpful. What is it, SMART goals? Like I'll put a picture that they hammered into our head in high school. And then I really want to build my savings up to $1,000. Now, this may seem really easy to some people, but I mean, job market, I don't really know what it's going to be like. Right now, I do have a grad assistantship that pays me tuition waivers for my MBA classes, and I recently started an internship like a few months ago. And so hopefully I'll be able to build some savings with that as then I move into adulthood with hopefully a full-time job. job post MBA graduation, and then pay off my credit cards by April 14th. I just picked a random day. My favorite number is 4, so I said why not 4/14. I will say I unexpectedly this past weekend came into some money. My landlord had never given me my security deposit from my college apartment from last year, and he paid it to me. So honestly right now I really only have, I think, maybe $300 on my credit card, so really happy about that. And then another kind of financial YouTube goal is to become monetized, so that means 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. I don't want anyone to ever think, like, how to phrase it, that my opinion can be wavered or my intentions can become askew because of money, especially in a relationship like this. But realistically speaking, right now I'm not making money and I really like doing this. But even if I kept doing this and I could make money, I think that'd be really cool, especially because a good amount of my goals are financial driven. I think I always kind of had the assumption about money, if you ignore it, it doesn't exist. You won't give power to it. But with that mindset, I kind of got into really unhealthy money habits, like spending wise. So my goal is just, I'd love to keep creating here, talking, giving, I don't know, just I like talking and I'm good at it. I'll say it. And then my other financial, more driven goal is to pay off at least $3,000 in my student loans. So this past fall was the first time I ever looked at how much student loan debt I have. It's a lot, and I thought like I would be on average. No, I'm quite I like being above average, so I did the same with my student loans. So like I said, I don't know really if I don't know what will happen career wise for me, but I wanted to put at least a number down to not even obviously to work towards, but also, like I said, I've always kind of ignored money, and so I really need to get in the habit of understanding it and valuing it as an important life asset, literally asset, but knowing how to use it and stuff like that. I hope that makes sense. And work towards no student loans, because next I want to try to exercise at least 3 times a week for 30 minutes. Now the way that I wanted to track this was, I'm a big Google Calendar user, so I think I set it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'll put a screenshot if that helps. I have a reminder that says active. The reason I chose 30 minutes was that's just like the Apple Watch minimum for like a exercise goal for the day. Now working from home, I said it earlier, I truthfully right now, I weigh the most I ever have, but honestly, the woman I see in the mirror, I honestly adore her to the point of maybe narcissism, someone could argue. I think not that even it's my goal to lose weight, it's just my goal to have a healthier heart, have a healthier mindset, just go outside. Right now in Buffalo, maybe not so much, but try to stay active, because I used to, when I lived on campus, walking to class, walking to get your car, like walking to get food, like even walking from bars to get to the Uber or to a restaurant at night, like I'm not doing any of that. So I just really want to try to move a little more, and then like I said with Google Calendar, I'm just gonna do that every week. Lastly, start and continue counseling. So a few weeks ago, actually, maybe 2 weeks ago, I called a local counseling office, whatever, and set up my first appointment. So my first appointment will be in 2 weeks, I think January 14th. And I used to go to counseling through my school maybe 2 years ago for a semester, and that was one of the times in my life I felt the happiest, healthiest, and most in control. I will always say counseling is great. Like counseling is, if you can do it, do it. And then people will ask you, well, you say that, but then why don't you go? Like, why aren't you doing it? Like kind of not that I'm being called a hypocrite, but I'll call myself a hypocrite. And it sometimes is really hard to divulge all the things you've tried to forget. It can be really hard to relive things that you don't want to remember, or you open wounds. That's really the easiest way I can say it. So I really didn't want to go back, but at times I really didn't want to go back. I basically came to the point where need to take control of myself. I think I've always been a bit naive in the way that I've trapezed through the world, if you will. I think I don't like to take blame for a lot of things, and so I've also always been a later person, like, oh, I'll do it later, procrastinator type of person, especially when it comes to stuff that I know are good for me. But I honestly am an adult now. I realized that the past few months. Yeah, I can't keep pretending that this isn't my own life and stuff like that. And then I had 2 more little, like, purchase goals, if you will. Like I said, I want to get a lot smarter with my money. I have always done this thing where I will buy things online in, like, the middle of the night. Like, I'll wake up at, like, 2 or 3 a.m., immediately want something, buy it, and, like, it'll be connected to my credit card, like, on Apple Pay or on Amazon. I won't think about it. A few days later, something will come in the mail, and I'll be like, I ordered this. I'm really trying to be more mindful about what I bring into my life and what I spend my money on. I hope that makes sense. But I first want to buy a new desk chair. This is actually a kitchen table chair that I stole, but I just think it would make me feel better, more adult, something I want. And then I really would like to buy now I don't know much about cameras, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's a G7 Mark II, or I think now they're on 3 camera. That's honestly for YouTube. I'd really like to be able to get to the point where I can reinvest in my image quality and things I do. And honestly, it's kind of stressful recording on your phone because I don't have that much storage. So I feel like it's film, delete, move files around, stuff like that, especially too with like my Mac laptop. When you look at this, I think maybe it makes sense to you, maybe it doesn't. I just think a lot of the times I've caught myself thinking I'll have a bad day and then I have a bad day. Adidas, always need more Adidas. Just a picture of me because I am my own vision. I don't even think I can say that with a straight face. Just a reminder of myself. I actually want to get an hourglass tattoo. It would kind of be I'll insert a picture. It would be my version of that tattoo. Peace signs, because always growth, sunshine. I need to focus more. This is a picture of Greece. I have been to Greece. I don't plan on going anytime soon, but just something calming. Suck it up, buttercup. Subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. At first I thought it was kind of tacky to put a $sign on my vision board. I think sometimes we find ourselves talking about money and it feels really taboo and dirty, but I'm being honest. A lot of my goals are financially driven. I'd like to pay off my credit cards. I want to start paying off student loans, and I want to become monetized, and that kind of represents everything. Keep going. I did give myself a bouquet of 12 roses here. This is a forest. My goddaughter moved the last one though. Clouds, just because I like them. This one, I don't know why, but when I was getting ready to look for pictures to put on a vision board, it just came into my head like this image, and I actually had to like Google it because I don't know anything about like famous painters or anything. Sorry guys. But it's actually Michelangelo's creation of Adam. And I'm honestly not really a religious person. For me, this really symbolizes working on relationships. I think especially being home now, I took a lot of my friendships for granted in college, and I just want to always try to be a good friend, a good supporter, and a good person in someone else's life. I feel a little embarrassed, like I feel shy, but that's how I feel. That's what I'm working towards. So I'd love it if you're watching this, if you comment down below things you're working on for 2021, things you're keeping in mind. Like I said, this is really my first time working on vision boards, goal planning, manifesting, things like that. I'm definitely not a pro by any means. I made this, I liked it, I filmed a video about it, I wrote down things I want to do this year. What else could a girl ask for? It would really mean a lot to me if you liked this video and subscribed. I mean, subscribing and liking can help me reach my goals, and I'd be really grateful. But besides all that, again, Happy New Year. Let's make 2021 good. Let's make it a good year. This is a good day to have a good day. This is a good year to try to have a good year. But I think with all that in mind, again, thank you for watching, and I'll check you in the next one. Bye.